Hello guys, today we will learn about Java language. First of all is Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming, OOP. What is OOP? OOP or Object-Oriented Programming is a programming paradigm based on the concept of objects which can contain data and code. Data in the form of fields and code in the form of procedures. A feature of objects is that an object on procedures can access and often modify the data field of itself. Then, what is object? Then, what is class and object? Class is a code that defines the behavior of a Java programming element called as object. It is a description of the properties, set, the behavior of code of more object, while object is an entity that has both state and behavior. The state of an object consists of any data that the object might be keeping track of. The behavior consists of action that the object can perform. Then, we will learn about example of class and object. For example, animal is the class and the object of animal class is like lion, elephant, birds, and so on. While for the fruit, the class is fruit and the object is like banana, apple, grape, and watermelon. Then we will proceed to characteristic of OOP. Characteristic of OOP can be divided into four. The first one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is a process of wrapping code and data together into a single unit, a protective shell that prevents the data from being accessed by the code outside this year. And the second one is abstraction. Abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation details and showing on the functionality to the user. It focuses on what the object is instead of how it does it. And the third one is inheritance. Inheritance is a mechanism in which one of acquires all the properties and behaviors of a parent object. The ability to create a new class from an existing class. And the last one is polymorphism. Polymorphism is a concept by which we can perform a single action in different ways. Then we will go to input and output statement. What is input statement? Input statement is used to accept data entered by user into the computer. Data entered will be stored in a variable, a location in a computer memory. It usually using a scanner object to input data from the standard input, for example system.in, which accepts input from the keyboard. And this is the example of input statement. User may enter 5 types of data as input, for example, integer numbers, int, example 377, -56. Then decimal numbers, we usually use double, for example 97.5, 35.7, -86.4. Then for Boolean value, for Boolean, we usually use true or false. While for character, char, char, for example, ay. And for string is usually for words, for example, future and computer science same too. Then we will go to the output statement. Output statement is used to display output on the console. In Java program, the code system.out.read bracket semicolon, then system.out.print line ln semicolon, system.out.print line bracket semicolon is used to display output to the screen. Output can be in the form of message or value which stored in the variable. This is the example of the difference between print line on and print line. It adds new line after the message get displayed. It also can work without arguments. For example, system.out.print ln line bracket semicolon, while for print it does not add any new line. This method only work with argument, otherwise it is an syntax error. It means when we use print, we must add argument. If we not add argument, it will be syntax error. For example, system.out.print bracket semicolon. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening and watching.